Good morning, students. So in our last class we have studied about the quadratic equations and some complex numbers also. We discussed about the roots and the discriminant and the nature of the roots, and there we get three types of natures: real, imaginary and equal, whatever we get there, isn't it? So now the next part is come there, imaginary. So mainly here we discuss about the imaginary part, and this imaginary part here under come this chapter, which one is known as complex numbers. So in our last class, the complex number generally we denoted by Z, isn't it? And which one written here, A plus I B, where A and B are what? Where A and B are the real numbers, and this A is the real part and IB is the what? Imaginary part, isn't it? So already we discussed this one in our last class. So this A is the real part, this one is known as real part, and this IB is known as imaginary part. This one is known as imaginary part. Up to this we discussed in our last class, and also we consider an example there. If two complex numbers, two different complex numbers are if we consider, and these two complex numbers are when equal, also we discussed there. So if we repeat this one, if you see here, suppose we consider two complex numbers. Suppose if we consider two complex number, first complex number is if we consider A plus I B, and another complex number if we consider Z2, which one we consider C plus I D. Now when we can say these two complex numbers are equal, main question is that when we can say these two complex numbers are equal. So these two complex numbers are equal if the real part equal with real part and the imaginary part equal with imaginary part. So from these two, if A is equal with C and if the imaginary part B is equal with D, if these two conditions are satisfied here, then we can say A is equal with C, B is equal with D, if two complex numbers are equal. Or inversely, if their real and imaginary parts are equal, then what we can say, these two complex numbers are we can say equal, isn't it? So in our last class we discussed about this type of complex numbers. So now here let's take an example here. How can we solve, or how can we derive this one, these two complex numbers, or how can we calculate the complex number here? Let's see. So let's take an example here, and the example is like that. If 4x plus I 3x minus y equal to 3 plus I minus 6, where x and y are real numbers, then find the value of x and y here. So in this case we have to find out the value of x and y here. So how can we find out the value of x and y here? First of all, you see this one is a complex number because here I is there, so it is of the form A plus IB. Similarly in the right hand side, if you see, this one is also again a complex number here, which one is 3 plus I minus 6. So in this case we have to solve this one, and from here we have to find out the value of x and y. And for this, you see here, if you identify which one is the real part here, it is of the form A plus IB. So A means what here? 4x, and B means what? 3x minus y here. So in this case 4x is the real part and 3x minus y is the imaginary part. Similarly in this case, if you see, 3 is the real part and minus 6 is the imaginary part, is not it? So now in this case what you have to do, we have to compare. Since we know if two complex numbers are equal, then we can compare the real part as well as the imaginary part. So this real part equal with real part and imaginary part equal with imaginary part. So easily we can compare. So if you compare here, this 4x is equal with 3. So that's why when we have to start the solution, so we have to write 4x equal to 3, because this real part is equal with real part according to our equality of two matrix we know. And now in this case the imaginary part, if you see the imaginary part is here 3x minus 4y. 3x minus y. So 3x minus y is equal to minus of 6. So this imaginary part is equal to imaginary part. So that's why we can write here. This one you have to write 3x minus of y is equal to minus of 6. So easily we can compare this one also. So now if from here what we can say, x equal to 3 by 4. So we can write here x equal to 3 by 4, and in this case what you have to write, in this case if you write, you see here 3x minus of y. So very simple here, what you have to do, you have to just shift this 6 here, y. So this one you have to write 3x plus 6 equals to y we can write. And from this x value if you put here, so easily we can calculate the value of x and y from here. Is it clear? Okay. So next topic is here, algebra of complex numbers. So in algebra of complex numbers, first of all we have to know what is algebra. Algebra, mainly algebra means we have to do 4 terms included there, and these 4 are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So mainly these 4 are we have done under algebra. In 6, 7, 8 or in 9, 10 we have done this type of sums. So now in this case, first of all here we write algebra of complex numbers. So algebra of complex number means what here mainly? If 2 complex numbers are given to us, so how can we add, how can we subtract, or how can we multiply, or how can we divide, we have to discuss here. Under this topic we have to discuss these 4. So first of all we have to start from addition. So if you see here, in case of addition what you have to do, suppose 2 complex number we consider. So first complex numbers is, we consider here, suppose z1 equals to, this one we have to consider a plus ib. Suppose first complex number we consider this one. And secondly, if we consider another complex number, this one we have to write c plus id. Suppose second complex number is this one. So now the question is here arise, how can we add these 2? So because here the topic is here addition, so if we add these 2, so if you add first complex number is z1 and second one is z2. So if we add these 2 complex numbers, how can we add? So mainly here in complex number 2 parts are there, real part and imaginary part. And one more thing here you have to remember, the real part always we have to add with real part, as well as the imaginary part we have to add with imaginary part. So real part and imaginary part we can't add here. So that's why here if you see the real part is a, here the real part is c. If we add these 2, then we have to write here a plus c. A plus c. When we add the real part, we have to add with real part. So a plus c we have to write here. In the second case, if you see, we add the imaginary part. So in case of imaginary part, what is common here? I is common. So that's why we have to take I common. So simply we have to write b plus d. So this one is our answer. So when we add 2 complex numbers, so in this case, always what you have to do, the real part we have to add with real part, as well as the imaginary part we have to add with imaginary part. I think all of you understood this one. Now the same process we have to do for the subtraction part also. So when we subtract 2 complex numbers, so when we subtract 2 complex number, we have to subtract the real part with real part and subtract the imaginary part with imaginary part. So in this case we consider only a plus ib. Remember that complex number not only is of the form a plus ib or c plus id. Here we can write the complex number in negative also. So the complex number is of the form a minus ib also, or c minus id also. So in this case what we have to do, if subtraction given, then also we can solve like in this way. So let's take an example for subtraction here. So in subtraction, what you have to do, so in subtraction, so we have to consider 2 complex numbers. So first complex number we have to consider, suppose z1 equal to a plus ib, and another complex number we have to consider this one, suppose c plus id. So these 2 complex numbers are we consider here. So now we have to subtract these 2. How can we subtract these 2? So z1 minus z2, or you can say z2 minus z1 also, you can do, your choice, z1 minus z2 or z2 minus z1, depending on the question we have to subtract here. So if you subtract these 2, so now here z1 minus z2, so z1 is this one, we have to write first a plus ib and minus, then another part is c plus id, z2 part is this one. So we have to subtract this. Now here real part we have to subtract with real part, and imaginary part we have to subtract with imaginary part. So the real part is here a, here the real part is c. So that's why we have to write a minus c, plus here I common, then we have to write b, minus plus minus, so that's why you have to write minus d, and in this we can subtract this one is our solution. So in this case a minus c, b minus c, d, here we consider some variables, so that's why we have to write in this way. In general, or if we consider some example, suppose example if you consider 2 plus 3i, suppose we write here this one is 2 plus 3i, suppose this one we consider 2 plus 3i, or another example if we consider suppose 5 minus 4i. So now in this case you see easily we can calculate this too. If we add or subtract, then obviously we get some results. So here some variables are we consider, so that's why we keep the answer like in this way. Is it clear? All of you understood? Okay. Now under addition of complex numbers, some properties are there, and these properties we have to discuss here one by one, and these properties are very important. So first of all, the first property is here. First property is known as closure property. Is it clear? So what we can say? Closure. So that means closure property. So closure property means what here? Actually the meaning of the closure is what? If we add or if we subtract, this one is also applicable in case of subtraction also. So that's why simply we discuss here for addition. So the first property is closure. So the meaning is what? Closure property. If we add two complex numbers and from there if we get again a complex number, then it is known as what? Closure. Then it is known as closure property. Is it clear? All of you understood? So what you have to do? If we add two complex numbers and again from there we get a complex number, then it is what? Then we can say the complex numbers are what? Closure. Is it clear? Now the next one is, after closure, next one is we have to discuss here commutative. So second one is we have to write commutative. Commutative law. So commutative law we have to discuss the second one. So this one is again very important. The first one is what? The addition of two complex number is again a complex number, then it is closure. And in case of commutative what? If suppose we consider a complex number. Suppose we consider a complex number z1 and this one we have to write suppose a complex number a plus ib. Another complex number we consider suppose z2, this one we have to write c plus id. Now just we have to add these two. So if we add, already we know how to add, so z1 plus z2, and let's check out what is the answer we get. So we get the answer is a plus c plus I is common, then we can write this one is b plus d. Is it clear? Now again if you add z2 plus z1, then what we get? First time we add z1 plus z2 and second time we have to add z2 plus z1. Now in second time when we add, then we get c plus a, I common, b, d plus b. C plus a or a plus c, the meaning is same. So from here what we can say? So from here we can say the z1 plus z2 result whatever you get, so z2 plus z1 again we get the same result. So this one is the meaning of commutative. Is it clear? This one is the meaning of commutative. I think all of you understood this one. That means if we add two complex numbers either in the form of z1 plus z2 or z2 plus z1, if both the results are same, then we can say it is commutative. This one is not applicable in case of subtraction, because if you consider an example 2 minus 3, if you subtract 2 minus 3, then we get the minus 1 result, and 3 minus 2, what we get? We get the result is 1. So 2 minus 3 is not equal to 3 minus 2, isn't it? So that's why in case of subtraction commutative is not applicable. So only in case of addition we get commutative law. Is it clear? Okay. Now after that, the third one is, the third property is associative law. The third one is associative law. In this case what we get? we have to consider 3 complex numbers. So if you consider 3 complex numbers, Z1, suppose another one is Z2, and the third one is, we have to consider this one is suppose Z3. 3 complex number we have to consider. So now in this case, in case of addition, suppose we write in this way Z2 plus Z3. So what is the meaning of this one? We add Z2 and Z3 first because it is of the form A plus IB, it is also of the form A plus ID. So Z2 plus Z3 we have to add first, and then we have to add with Z1. So whatever the result from here we get, the same result if you do Z1 plus Z2 first, and then if we add with Z3, then the same result we get here. Is not it? In case of addition, easily it is applicable. So this property is known as what? Associative. These all properties are already you get in advanced mathematics, is not it? So here again we discuss this one. So this one is known as associative. Is it clear? So the main 2 properties are here. After that this associative come. The next property is here, additive identity. So additive identity is very important here in case of complex numbers. So or also we can say here existence of additive identity. So the next property we have to write property number 4, existence of additive identity actually. So simply here I write here additive identity. Additive identity. So in case of additive identity, what we get here? Let's see. Heading is existence. So the meaning is what here? Suppose first of all, before complex number, let's take an example, a real number if we consider. Suppose we consider an example 2. Now the question is arise here, how much we have to add here to get the result 0? The question is that. So very simple. With 2, how much we have to add to get the result is 0? So obviously our question is what? Minus 2. If we add 2 with minus 2, then we get the result is 0. Now inversely, if you see here, if the question is arise here, how much we add here to get the result 2, then here what we have to write? We have to write 0. If we add 0 with 2, then only the possibility is that we get the result is 2. So for that reason here, the meaning is what here? 2 we consider a real number. Any real number you can consider. We consider 2 here. With 2, when we add 0, then the result is 2 itself. So when we get the result itself, in case of the editing term or the identity, why we say identity? Because it is unique here. If you add another number here except 0, 2, 3, 4, if you add, then obviously the result not remain same. Result same na thaibo. Yet ami okol etai possibility ase jetia ami 0 put korim tetiahe tar result to eke thakibo. Additive identity meaning to hetu. The meaning of the additive identity is this one. Jetia ami eta number of jodi ami kiba eta number logot add koi diu tar result to same thakibo lagibo. Result to jodi same thake tetiahe hetu identity boli koa hobo. Ki identity ami jehetu yat add korisu, for that reason here what you have to say, add korar karone yak additive identity boli koa hobo. Is it clear? So that's why here in case of real number the additive identity is what? In case of real number the additive identity is 0. Is it clear? So now here we discuss about complex numbers. So in case of complex numbers, what is the additive identity? So that's why here remain existence. Thakibo pare na thakibo pare. Suppose we consider a complex number. Suppose we consider a complex number and which one is a plus ib. So yet meaning to whole complex number logot ki add korile tar result to a complex number to nise hobo. That means the complex number itself here we get. So obviously everyone says 0, but 0 is not a complex number. 0 is what? Real number. The complex number logot to ami hodai complex number add koribo lagibo. So no doubt here we can express 0 as a complex number also, because each and every number we can express as a complex number. Let's take an example here. An example does one. Suppose 2. Can we say this one is a complex number? Yes. How can we say 2 plus I into 0? I into 0 means what? 0. Ultimately, this one is of the form a plus ib or not. So that means each and every number we can express as a complex number. Is it clear? So simply 0. We can write 0 plus I into 0. Can we write? So this one is what? This one is a complex number here. So that's why z plus I0. So here 0 plus I into 0. This one is the additive identity. In short, we can say the additive identity is what? 0. Is it clear? Complex number or additive identity to titiahole ki hoy? 0. Is it clear? So this one is 0 plus I into 0. Jodi kunbai jodi tumak khudhe in case complex number additive identity, don't say 0. Ami ki kobo lagibo? 0 plus I into 0 we have to say. Is it clear? So this one is complex number, this one is real number. Is it clear? I think all of you understood this. Okay. Now the next one is come additive inverse. Now the next one is come additive inverse. So in case of additive inverse, actually what we get here, additive inverse. So any complex number if we consider. So in case of real number, I already mentioned suppose a real number if we consider 5. So how much we have to add to get the result is 0. 0 means what? Additive identity label. So obviously we have to add here minus 5. So for this 5, minus 5 is what? The additive inverse. Is it clear? 5 or minus 5 to ki hoy? At a additive inverse hoy. Because when we add this two, then the result is what? Additive identity. So subtract korile result to ki pabo laibo eta additive identity pabo laibo. Jite additive identity pam titale I eta ki hobo? Additive inverse. So in case of real number we get this one. So now in case of complex number what we get here? Now let's see. So this one we have to consider a complex number z. We consider a complex number z, and z is of the form a plus ib. Suppose we consider complex number, or you can say x plus iy also x. So now z plus how much we have to add here? Ami kiman complex number add koribo lagibo tar karone result to ki hobo lagibo? We get additive identity. Additive identity means I into 0. Z plus how much we have to add here to get additive identity? So obviously we have to write here minus subject, or you can say minus a minus ib. The meaning is same. Minus a minus ib you can say, or you can say minus z. So for this z, minus z is what? Additive identity. So in this way we can say here this one is 0 is additive identity, and for this z, minus z is what? Additive inverse. Is it clear? So this one we can say additive inverse. I think all of you understood this one, what is additive inverse and additive identity. Don't confuse about additive identity and additive inverse, because these two are very important. I think all of you understood this. So in our next class we discuss the remaining part, that means the subtraction part, the multiplication part, and many more to come. So I hope all of you understood here. So in my first class I think the sound quality is not so good due to lots of echoes or some sound pollutions are there, so that's why. So I think today all of you understood, or the sound clarity is more proper than the earlier class. So if any queries or any doubts are there, jodi kiba hudhibo lagia ase tumaloke hudi loba. First class to sound clarity bhal nathokar karone bor details ot pohabo para nokol ha, tar karone tumaloke olop নিজে অলপ ট্রাই কৰিবা। সেইখিনি কোৱাড্ৰেটিকৰ পাৰ্ট আছিলে কাৰণে ইমানখিনি ইমান দিগদাৰ নাছিলে। সো মই ইয়াত আৰ.ডি. কলেজত সায়েন্স যেতিয়াৰ পৰা ষ্টাৰ্ট হৈছে তেতিয়াৰ পৰা মই ইয়াত আছোঁ ফ্ৰম 2011 আই এম ডুইং জব হিয়াৰ। তো বহুতকেইটা বেটছ ইয়াৰ পৰা ওলাইও গৈছে। আৰু তোমালোকৰ মেথমেটিক্সৰ এচিভমেণ্টটো কৈ থওঁ, মেথমেটিক্সত হাইয়েষ্ট স্ক'ৰ টিল নাও 99 হৈ আছে। আই হোপ এই বছৰ তোমালোকে ফাৰ্ষ্ট ইয়েৰৰ পৰা এনেকুৱাকৈ চেষ্টা কৰা যাতে 12ত পাস আউট কৰোঁতে যাতে 100 উঠাবলৈ 3 ডিজিট নাম্বাৰ সো ম্যাথমেটিক্স comparing to class 10 little bit different ইমানো হিউজ ডিফাৰেন্ট নহয় লিটল বিট ডিফাৰেন্ট হয় কিন্তু এটা বস্তু মনত ৰাখিবা হয়তো চাগে তোমালোকক কেমিষ্ট্ৰি বা ফিজিক্সত কৈছে চাগে ম্যাথমেটিক্স ইজ দা কুইন অফ সায়েন্স অল অফ ইউ নো হাউ টু প্লে চেছ চেছ চাগে সবে খেলিছে তাত এটা বস্তু দেখিছা কিংটো যদি খাই দিয়ে গেম ওভাৰ কিন্তু তাত কুইনটো নাথাকিলে গেমটো খেলাৰ মজাটোৱে বেলেগ হয় না সবে চাগে হাঁহি আছে এতিয়া মজাটোৱে বেলেগ কুইনটো যদি নাথাকে সেই প্লেয়াৰটোৰ কি অৱস্থা হয় হি খেলাটোহে গম পায় ইজ নট ইট সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই কুইনৰ ৰোল কি তোমালোকে চেছত যেনেকৈ গম পাইছা ঠিক তেনেকৈ তোমালোকে ইয়াত ম্যাথমেটিক্সৰ ৰোলটো সায়েন্সত কি হয় সেইটো ভালকৈ বুজি পাবা লাহে লাহে অলপ অলপকৈ গৈ থাকিলে সো ফিজিক্স ইজ দ্য কিং অফ সায়েন্স remember this and mathematics is the queen of science and later on যেতিয়া তোমালোকৰ ইয়াত আমাৰ ইয়াত অফলাইন ক্লাস স্টার্ট হ'ব তেতিয়া তোমালোকৰ আৰু বহুতখিনি বস্তু ধুনিয়াকৈ ডিটেইলছত বুজাই দিম সো অনলাইন ক্লাছত কিমানখিনি ইন্টাৰেক্ট কৰিব পৰা হৈছে সেইখিনি ইমানটো ডিটেইলছত গম পোৱা যোৱা নাই যদি তোমালোকৰ কিবা প্ৰবলেম হৈছে তোমালোকে বুজি পাইছা নাই পোৱা ফ্ৰেঙ্কলি স্পিকিং তোমালোকে কমেন্ট বক্সত লিখিবা যে লিখিবলগীয়া আছে তোমালোকৰ বুজি পাইছা এটো টপিকে বুজি পোৱা নাই এনেকুৱা হৈছে কি হৈছে তোমালোকে যিমানে ফিডবেক বিলাক দিবা সিমানে আমাৰ ক্লাস বিলাক আৰু ইমপ্ৰুভ কৰিবলৈ ট্ৰাই কৰিম আৰু তোমালোকৰ যদি কিবা কোৱেশ্চনো থাকে তা কোৱেশ্চনো দিব পাৰা I think all of you understood so তোমালোকে এনেকৈ ষ্টাৰ্টিংত হয়তো অলপ বেলেগ বেলেগ লাগিব পাৰে 10 ৰ পৰা 11 ত আহি গলে সায়েন্সত স্পেশালি ইন সায়েন্স এটা হিউজ জাম্প মৰা নিচিনা হৈ যায় সো 1 মাহ 2 মাহ 3 মাহ মিনিমাম 3 মাহস লাগিবই এডজাস্ট হ'বলে তো তুমি এদিন বা দুদিনতে তুমি জাজ কৰিব নোৱাৰা তুমি সায়েন্স পাৰিবা নে নোৱাৰা সো মিনিমাম 3 মান্থস ৰিকোয়াৰ্ড ৰিমেম্বাৰ দিস তো 3 মান্থসৰ পিছতহে তোমালোকে গম পাবা যে মই কিমান সায়েন্স পাৰিছো আৰু নোৱাৰা কাম একো নাই যেহেতু তোমালোকে সায়েন্স লৈছে তো তোমালোকৰ কেৰিয়াৰটো কথা আছে তো সেই কাৰণে ষ্টাৰ্টিংৰ পৰাই ভালকৈ সব বস্তুখিনি কৰি যাবা আই হোপ তোমালোকে ইয়াৰ পৰা অলপ অলপকৈ হলো শিকিব পাৰিবা আৰু বাকি যিমানখিনি আছে আমি নেক্সট ক্লাছত 1 by 1 কৰি যাম দ্যাটস অল থ্যাংক ইউ ভেৰি মাচ